After scouring the deep reaches of the internet, I found some of the best upcoming games for you guys to feast your eyes on. Hey guys, it's Jordan, and welcome to the channel. If you like platformers, then you're in the right place, because today we're going to take a look at 7 of the best upcoming platforming games for early 2021. Also, stick around to the end of the video for a few peeks at some more bonus games, because I'm just too good to you all. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter or Facebook, and let me know which your favourite game from today's list is, or let me know in the comments below. If you do like the look of any of these games today, then they'll all be linked in the description below. And don't forget to like and subscribe so that I can bring more of these types of videos your way. Right, get those pre-orders and Steam wishlists ready, because here we go! So first up, we've got Balam Wonderworld, produced by Balam Company and F.I.S.T, and published by Square Enix. It isn't too often that you get a brand new platformer IP from a major studio these days, as it is increasingly an indie developer's domain. But this beautiful looking 3D platformer has some real talent behind it, reuniting 2 of the original creators of Sonic in Yuji Naka and Naoto Oshima. Their designs and experience combined with the marketing muscle of Square Enix really makes this title one to watch out for. The game itself is set in the Wonderworld, a land which has been described as a mix of imagination and reality. Protagonists Leo and Emma will be platforming through 12 different tales led by the mysterious Balam, the clown-like conductor of this world. The main selling point of this game seems to be the many different costumes, over 80 in fact, each bestowing a new ability of some sort that you will need to traverse the colourful, almost Mario-esque worlds. The trailer actually invokes the memory of Disney films from the past. Don't believe me? Go check it out. With the well-spoken narrator, the melodic songs and even the twinkling text, it certainly reminds me of an old-school Disney film trailer. Balam Wonderworld looks like it has the potential to be a modern classic, in the same vein as the 3D Mario platformers, but only time will tell. We will find out all these answers and more when the game is released on March 26th. A sequel to the incredible 2017 Metroidvania, Hollow Knight, Silksong was announced in February of last year to much fanfare and excitement. Surely 2021 is the year that we finally see this game being released. The information for Silksong is still scarce, as little has been heard from the developers Team Cherry since E3 2019. However, what we do know is that in this outing you get to play as Hornet, a major character, and often opponent, from the first game. But instead of traversing the depths of Hollow Nest, this time out you'll be exploring the mysterious kingdom of Farloon. The gameplay doesn't look too different from the first game, so if you enjoyed that, you'll probably like this. But Hornet does appear to play a bit different when compared to the Knight. She's a lot faster and more acrobatic, just as she was when you faced her in the first game. The trailer does offer hints of a few new features, like a quest system and crafting mechanics. It does appear as if the charms from the first game are, if not gone, then certainly diminished in importance. It looks like they have been replaced with deadly new tools and weapons like bombs and darts. It remains to be seen how these are acquired, but you can be sure you're going to have fun utilising them against all the new enemies and bosses. With nearly 5.5 million views on the trailers alone, Team Cherry certainly have an excited audience awaiting their next release. Even if, as of recording, we still don't have a release date for what has to be one of the most hotly anticipated platformers in history. And from one sequel to another, next we have Little Nightmares 2, created by Tarsier Studios and published by Bandai Namco Entertainment. This is the next installment in the series that started in 2017 with the titular game. A game that I've actually done a Let's Play of on this channel, so go check that out if this interests you. This new game seems to be a continuation of the first plot, but instead of the mysterious moor, you're now creeping your way through Pale City, a terrifying and decaying metropolis and all its outskirts. A few locations confirmed so far include the wilderness, the school, the hospital and the signal tower, some of which are some of the scariest looking locations for a video game I've ever seen. This time out you get to play as Mono, a new character in the series, and it will be your job to keep this small bag-wearing boy alive in a world where literally everything wants to kill you. You won't be alone however, as you'll also have Six, the protagonist from the first game, along for company. And together you'll be solving puzzles, platforming, and running away from whatever terrifying monstrosity is hunting you down this time. It certainly looks as if the scare factor has been turned up to 11 this time out. Whether it's the living hands, or the patients from the hospital, or even the Thin Man, who appears to be this game's big bad. This certainly looks like a game that's going to have you sleeping with the lights on for a while after playing. Little Nightmares 2 is released on all major consoles on the 11th of February. But if you can't wait until then to see more, then I have played the Little Nightmares 2 demo on this channel, so go check it out. This continuation of the Mario Bros. 35th anniversary celebration brings us Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. No matter your feelings towards Nintendo right now, a re-release of Super Mario 3D World is an exciting prospect. The highly rated game was originally released on the Wii U. However, if you weren't one of the people who owned one of Nintendo's worst selling consoles in recent times, like myself, then there's a plethora of games you've never been able to experience. The re-release of Super Mario 64, Sunshine and Galaxy earlier this year in the Super Mario 3D All-Stars package was again a way to access games that perhaps you've never been able to play before. We don't know much about any additions to the game. However, if it's anything like the All-Stars package, then it could be lacking in the way of any actual extras. Whether this game turns out to be a glorified re-release or a remaster plus DLC, it's still going to be an exciting, solid platformer for you to sink your teeth into in 2021. The plot of the original game is the same as every Mario game. Bowser's up to no good, and it's up to Mario, Luigi, Peach and Toad to defeat him. If you prefer 2D platformers, then this might be the game for you, as it's sort of a combination of the best aspects from both 2D and 3D styles of platformers. Whilst we don't know exactly what Bowser's Fury is going to be, whether it's a brand new game, or something more like DLC with all new levels, or even something as simple as the option to play as Bowser. Whatever it is, we won't have to wait too long for this one, as it's scheduled for release on the 12th of February. Nintendo have stated that they'll release more information about the game closer to launch, so we may have the answers to our questions very soon. From a AAA developer to an indie developer, we've got Blue Fire by Argentinian developers Robi Studios. In this action-adventure 3D platformer, you play as the pint-sized ninja Numbra as you embark on a journey through the floating fortress of Penumbra, a long-forgotten kingdom complete with shadowy castles and mystical temples. Along the way, you'll slash and leap your way past deadly enemies and over menacing traps until you ultimately face off against the 3 Shadow Lords and their queen. To piece together the mystery of this dark-infested world, you'll need to defeat all your foes and explore the reaches of this foreboding fortress. You'll also be spending some time in The Void, which seems to be a sort of bonus area that offers tricky platforming challenges. Completing these results in upgrades that you will need to help further traverse the rest of the game. Blue Fire very much invokes the feel and ambiance of Hollow Knight, mixed with fast-paced, frenetic, hack-and-slash action. This is definitely one to keep your eye on, and with a release schedule for March 2021, you won't have to wait too long. 6 years ago, the Machine Legion invaded and colonized Torch City. Rayton, a former resistance soldier, has been living in seclusion since then. However, after his friend is arrested, Rayton must journey back into and fight his way through the city to save his friends. Along the way, he will find out that he has been caught in a bigger scheme between the Legion, the Rebellion, and the Mafia. In this dieselpunk world brought to us by Chinese indie developers Tai Games, you play as an anthropomorphic hare named Rayton, complete with a giant mechanical fist strapped to your back. This Metroidvania contains an arcade-style combat system, which includes parrying, combos, special skills, and multiple weapons, all of which can be combined to result in fast-paced, hard-hitting battles. In typical Metroidvania fashion, you find some areas of the city off limits until you have the right equipment to open it up. You'll need to utilize some of the different weapons to help you traverse Torch City and tackle all its platforming puzzles and challenges. The whip, for example, will allow you to not only take on enemies from afar, but can also be used as a hook shot to grapple onto faraway platforms. You will take on all manner of interestingly designed enemies, ranging from androids with giant axes or buzzsaws to mechanical ninja-like frogs with smoke bombs and wrist blades, all of which will have to be put down with your badass giant mechanical fist. With its unique setting and character designs, this game certainly is memorable. If you're like me and Fist forged in Shadow Torch interests you, then its release date is currently set for April 2021, so make sure to add it to your Steam wishlist or follow it on social media so you don't miss out when it becomes available. If you're one of the lucky few that's managed to get their hands on a PS5, then you're already stocked up for platformers. What with Astro's Playroom and Sackboy: A Big Adventure, but looming on the horizon is the latest Ratchet and Clank game. Longtime series developer Insomniac Games claims that Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart will serve as a standalone title and the canonical continuation to 2013's Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus. If you've played a Ratchet and Clank game before, then you know what you're getting into here. It's a third-person shooter platforming title, with hundreds of different weapons available to help you smash your way through enemies, all in more ridiculous and entertaining ways. This time out, the two heroes will be traversing across worlds set in multiple realities to stop a villainous emperor from exploiting the catastrophic dimensional collapse that is currently happening due to a malfunctioning weapon that Ratchet may or may not have had a hand in causing. This does, however, result in Ratchet gaining the ability to use a rift tether, which will see him zipping around and closing large distances in seconds. The rifts do offer a fun quirk to the game, as one minute you can be fighting a multitude of Dr. Nefarious' minions, and then the next you're riding some sort of futuristic alien dragon. If you're familiar with the series, then you'll most likely recognise some of the supporting characters and enemies that will no doubt pop up. But the latest addition appears to be a female Lombax, as shown in the debut trailer. Is this Ratchet from an alternative dimension? Will we get to play as her? Or is this an entirely new character altogether? We will have to wait for answers to these questions and more when the game is released, which is currently stated as Q1 or 2 in 2021. Well, if you've made it this far, then you've probably enjoyed this look through some of the best upcoming platformers in 2021. And it would be greatly appreciated if you would like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends and online communities, as it really does help the channel grow. Don't forget to comment below and tell me which your favourite game from today is and why. Thanks for watching, and here are a few bonus games for you to keep your eye out for in the new year.
was a uniquely talented acrobat, but also a gifted psychic.
Don't forget my canoeing badge.
He was a big pain in the neck. But somebody messed up and let him into the Psychonauts.
That was you, Agent Cruller.
This 10-year-old circus runaway was somehow allowed to join an international group of psychic super spies. And now he's headed to our main headquarters, right into the Mother Lobe.
Man, you guys really like puns.
Not all minds are safe to read. Some brains are better off broken.
Don't worry, I won't do anything crazy.
Well, whatever you do, just leave me out of it. Ooh, is that honey pepper boar bacon?
Here's hoping that 2021 is a big improvement on 2020. I hope you've all had a great Christmas and have a happy new year. Don't forget to subscribe so you can stay up to date in the new year with all of my releases. If you've enjoyed this type of list format, then let me know and I can do more. Take care, thank you for watching, and bye!